Hey everybody, Mark here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be doing some live trading, and there's going to be no fancy editing on this video. It's just real and raw trading inside a pocket option. That's it. The strategy that we're going to be using today is the clear channel strategy. And yes, I will be giving you all of the details, all the settings for all the indicators and the time frame and the expiry. It's all included right on this video. So we could have wins, we could have losses. I'm not holding anything back. I'm sharing everything with you guys here. But how can we still stay profitable? Because I think that's what a lot of you guys want to do. You're not just doing this just for the heck of it or because you want to waste a bunch of time. Most of you are really looking to earn a little bit of cash, a little bit of money with the platform. So, and hopefully I don't lose my voice on this video, but sometimes that happens. But yeah, so let's just jump in here and get started. Now, to set this up, you'll need to come up here and choose the 1 minute time frame. You can select M1 from the time frames section. Also make sure that you're on the regular candlesticks. And then up here for the expiry, I have this currently set on 2 minutes. So I like to change this between 1 minute and 2 minutes. And for 1 minute, you can just click right here where it says M1. And to change this to 2 minutes, you can just simply click on these plus and minus buttons right here. And you can add more minutes and you can subtract more minutes from there. So however you guys want to do that. If you do see a little flag icon next to the expiry, just make sure this is on the clock icon right here. Also make sure that you do have your trade amount limit turned on. That's very important in case you accidentally enter the incorrect trade amount. You do not want to blow your account or lose a lot of money when you don't have to. Now, if you don't see the trade amount limit turn, or if you don't see the switch, make sure to come over here to the top left on the gear icon and make sure to click right here. And then up here where it says trading mode, right here, go ahead and click that. And then trade amount limit switch, it will be right here. So make sure that's turned on, okay? And once you do that, you should see the little switch there. Okay, so let's get into the indicators. There's going to be 3 indicators that you will need to add to the chart. So up here on the indicators menu, right here, there's going to be the Keltner channel right here. Keltner channel, moving average, and the stochastic oscillator. Now, some of these have the default settings, and that's great because it just takes a lot less time to set all this up. But for the Keltner channel, what we're going to do is we're going to click on the little pencil icon just to the right of the name Keltner channel here. And for these settings, we're going to use an EMA period of 20. The ATR must be 10, and the multiplier have this set to 2. Now, I would say the multiplier is probably one of the most important settings. So by default, this is set to 1, but having this set to 2 is really going to make all the difference. Now, the styles, what we could do is you can leave these at default, but what I have done is I've just set the line width right here to 2 pixels for all of these lines. So they're a little bit easier to see for you. And yeah, so let's go ahead and just click save, and that will save all the settings. Now for the moving average, same thing. Well, for the period, we're going to use 20, and then the moving average style, make sure this is set on SMA, which just simply means simple moving average. Okay. And then for the styles here, I've just set this on 1. Default settings are fine, guys. You put this on green or change the color here if you want to. But I've just set this to 1 pixel for the green color. All right, so for the stochastic oscillator down here at the bottom. Now I'm pretty sure this is the default settings, but I will share with you, I'll click on the little pencil here, and I will share with you what I have. So I have the percentage K is on 14, percentage D period is on 3, smoothing period 3, and the moving average style will be simple moving average. And all of the colors are by default. So there's really nothing that you have to change over here. So I will go ahead and click on save. And that's it. So what are we looking for? Guys, this is called the clear channel strategy. You're looking for a chart where you see the price on only one side of the Keltner channel, just one side. So the other side is clear, hence the name clear channel, right? That's where it comes from. So one side is clear, the other side is not. You see that? Clear over here. This side is not clear. We've got price on this side over here. Now, there's two opportunities when you're taking trades with the clear channel strategy. You can wait for a pullback to the middle line on the Keltner channel and then enter the trade. You can do that. So you can see what typically happens. You have a pullback to the middle line on the Keltner. It rejects. The price goes up. You cash in. That's how it works. Now you have another opportunity. If it breaks this middle line on the Keltner, once it gets close to the bottom line, or in this case, this is an uptrend, so the lower line on the Keltner, which is the outer line down here, if the price breaks through and gets close to this line, we could have another rejection off of this average inside of the Keltner. And that's really all this is, guys. All these lines are basically averages in the market. That's how it's calculating. There's a little bit of a delay, right? All indicators have delays, but it's still a good way to kind of see, what we could anticipate the market doing. But again, it's not 100% accurate, guys. You're not going to win every single trade. You guys know that. So we see that rejection down here for another potential second entry. And if we lose that one, then I will go ahead and switch the chart. Or I'll just switch the chart regardless of if I don't win the middle line on the Keltner, if I don't get the rejection off of the middle line, I'll still go ahead and switch the chart. So it really just depends how I feel at that time. Now, depending on if you want to use a 1-minute expiry or a 2-minute expiry, this is all depending on what the market action or what the price action looks like. Okay, if it's very wicky, if it's always hesitating a lot before it turns around, you're probably going to want a longer expiry time. But if it's very fast and it's responding very well to where the averages are in the market and in the price, then I will just leave it on 1 minute. So this is a pretty decent chart, although we did have one break here that's into the other side of the Keltner channel. So we did break into the clear channel. So if we don't like this, then we can just go ahead and change the chart, right? But before I do that, we must make sure we know exactly what is the trade amount that we're going to be trading with. And I'm using a real account inside a pocket option. I've got $1,000. Here's my demo. Here's the real account. And what I do is I use something called the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager. This is a highly advanced trade manager with mathematical calculations that allows you to win even if you have losses. This is something that we've created. This is available to all of the VIP members inside of our private Telegram group. Okay? And we've got many other advanced tools if that's your sort of thing. But whatever you do, before you start trading with binary options, especially, you must have some type of money management going on. If you're not using the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager, have some type of management in place. If you're using Martingale, then great. Although Martingale is pretty risky. After you have 5 or 6 losses in a row, you could blow your account, right? That's very risky. This is not Martingale. Exactly. It's a form of it. But you can handle and withstand and have multiple consecutive losses and still recover your trading sessions. But I'll share a little bit more about that later. And you'll see me use this on this video, and you'll see how it works. and understand exactly what I'm talking about. So we've got the initial capital, $1,000. This is completely customizable. You can set the settings to make them ultra risky, but you can also make them ultra conservative as well. If you want to make the most money in the fastest time as possible, you can change the settings here. So, if you just find that you're very comfortable with whatever strategy that you're using inside a pocket option, and you know on average that you win most of your trades, but maybe you'll typically have only 2 or 3 losses at a time, then you can change the settings here to make these more risky. And when you do that, you will make more money. However, there is a chance that you could lose money as well, a higher chance of having losses. So just keep that in mind. But we have these options here for all different levels, all different skill levels of traders. Everybody's different. Some people are new. Some traders they've been doing this for a few years. So you just get in whatever you fit in, and you adjust the settings to fit whatever trading style works best for you. And the trade manager will give you the trade amounts for you, so you don't even have to think about it. The first trade amount is 363 for the settings that I've entered in here. And so we're doing this first. So in case we do find a good setup and I want to jump in real quick, I want to make sure that I have the trade amount prepared and ready before I get into the market. Now this chart here, this is Frank NOK, or some people call it Chef, CHF. This is an OTC market, and it's only paying out around 84%. And that's okay, but that's a little bit low for me. So what I typically have been doing lately, I've been just choosing the assets that are up here at the very top of the list underneath currencies. Again, click here underneath currencies. Over here are all the pairs. The top highest paying out pairs, of course, are always OTC. If you scroll down, you're going to find some pairs that do not say OTC. This means that it's a live market. If you feel a little bit more confident, if you feel like it's just less manipulated using a live market, if that's your personal preference, then great, you can still do that. But if you do, you must look at the payout and make sure that whatever it says over on the trade manager, that you set the payout percentage accordingly to give yourself some room, almost like a buffer. If I type in 80%, my trade amount's going to be smaller, but this makes up for any fluctuations with the payout percentages inside a pocket option from 80 all the way up to 92%. Pretty cool, right? And you can still stay in profit, but also this goes even lower than 80%. You can make this whatever you want to. You can make it 75%. So that means if any assets drop as low as 75%, you'll still be covered. You'll still be able to stay in the game and either break even or come out in profit. This is after each trading session that you do. So always keep an eye on that, guys. It's totally up to you. We have that option inside of the trade manager. This is a lot of the great flexibility here, because we know inside a pocket option, the prices they're not always stagnant. It's always changing all the time. So that's a really nice feature. But what I'll do is, the market is open. It's been open for, I don't know, about a couple hours or so. But let's use OTC. And let's go through here and find something that meets the criteria of a potential trading entry for the clear channel strategy. We're looking for a clear channel, but we're also looking for the market and the price to be trending. So sideways, very risky, guys. So hopefully here we will see something. If we don't see anything perfect, or if it's not really ideal, I may go ahead and just take some trades anyway, just so I can get some trades in for you guys on this video. I don't know how many trades I'll take on this video, because this one, some of these expiries are 2 minutes. So we'll try to keep this video a little bit on the shorter side today. I always say that. They end up always being around 30 minutes long, but That's okay. Trading sessions aren't a few minutes. You guys know that you could sit here for a couple hours and trade. It's very easy. So, but again, the longer you're in the market, sometimes that also could not be a good thing, right? So your exposure to the market is also a factor as well. But let's look through here. So we had some clear channels here. It looked like it was coming down, and then now it's starting to change direction. And it's a little bit unstable around that middle line on the Keltner. And so sometimes you will find some really good direction with a lot of, you'll have that price on one side of the Keltner channel with a nice clear channel on the other side, just like this. Look at that. But it's broken down, guys. Look at that. It's slowed down. But we were going there for a little while. We were doing really, really well. So if you don't see anything, just keep on clicking, and I'll zoom out here so we can see from a distance here. Very good. And I may edit the video just to speed up the process here so you guys don't have to wait. Because I know you want to see some trades. And everything just kind of looks the same. Wow. Very interesting. So now we're down here with a live market. We got USD SGD paying out at 92%. Oh, that's not a, wait, no, that's not live. I thought I just saw a live there. Let's favorite this one. So that'll keep it up here at the top of the pocket option interface in case I want to get back to it later. Euro JPY OTC. This looks like it may have potential. The payout is a little bit lower though, 87%. I will go ahead and favorite that. Here's a live market, odd franc, but it's going sideways. And now we're down here to the 80s on the payouts. So then I'll scroll back up and then start from the top again. So what I think I'll do on this video is lower the payout percentage. Let's just make this 85%. Just to make up for any slippage there with the payout. And that'll help us so we can make sure to stay profitable or at least break even, which is also important. But look at this big downward swoop here, came up and then just dumped all the way down, leaving a clear channel, of course, on one side of the Keltner channel, but it's kind of slowed down. We're going to have to wait for that to really, really pull back. But see, guys, the price is just not moving a lot. It's really not moving too much. It's just kind of creeping up, so it may come close to that. You can put an alert or something if you want to, using the little bell over here on the right side. But I don't think I'll do that today. And this one has some potential, although the price has just been kind of up and down, and it's been all over the place. So want to get some trades in here for you guys. So I'm all pretty much ready to go. I've got the 2-minute expiry. I've got my first trade amount entered in, 363. We just need something decent. I need to have this price come down a little bit more, closer to that Keltner channel there. It looks like it's just kind of hesitating a little bit. We can go ahead and favorite that. Let's go down to NZD USD. That's going sideways, and everything just kind of stays the same here. This has a little bit of a potential here. We had a lot of that Keltner channel had a clear channel over there. All right, so this looks okay, but it's not really. Let's go ahead and enter. So it seems to be rejecting off of that middle line on the Keltner, or at least this on this average of the Keltner. And really, that's all these lines are, guys, just a bunch of averages. So I went ahead and took a trade. I entered a sell, and hopefully we'll get some rejection there. This is USD ARS. Let's go ahead and favorite that, and so I can see that. We don't want to take two trades at the same time. If you know, especially if you're using money management, you can't do it. It's just you don't know if the trade's going to be a win or a loss, so it's too risky. You can only do that if you're trading with the exact same amount. So in other words, if you're trading with $10 every trade and you never change that amount, then maybe you can take more than one trade at the same time. But with the trade manager, it's very important that the trade manager prevents you from overtrading. It prevents you from overtrading. So that's why it's good. So if you need that discipline or some type of self-control, or if you're not able to have self-control, because I know sometimes it can get a little crazy inside a pocket option, make sure you have some type of trade manager. If it's not the Wealth Warriors trade manager, something to keep you on track, guys. Okay, so we're still kind of hesitating here. There's a lot of long wicks. We may not come out in profit, but let's just say that it is a loss. We can mark it as a loss already. I don't know. I'm more interested in going and looking at some other charts here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just mark this as a loss in case it is 524. And it looks like that is. Let's see. Yeah, so that's a loss, 524. So we will enter, we've marked this as a loss over here. And it's given us the next trade amount, which is 524. And let's go ahead and buy. And I've entered on this LBP OSD. I have no idea what that currency is, but that's okay. We've had a clear channel here on the Keltner. Now, again, guys, not the best charts today. Probably I would have just walked away and come back at a later time, but I'm making a video, so I wanted to get some trades in. But I did have the price come down to the middle line on that Keltner channel, so I went ahead and entered a buy. So that's what I did there. So let's, QAR is interesting, so I will keep that open. And it looks like this USD SGD is still going down. We're not in the clear here, guys. We got 1 minute, so this could easily come back and take us out of the market. So we'll just go ahead and hang tight and wait this out. We're approaching about 30 minutes or 28 minutes or so on this video. And let's just watch this. So I want you guys to see me trade because I have losses too. So I don't win every single trade. But you don't have to. I don't think it's a really good goal to try to win everything. If you have some losses and you do have a money management system in place, you can still come out and profit. Okay, so this is going against us pretty hard. Now remember, I said you have a second chance to enter. Let's just say this is a loss. Let's just say it is. The next trade amount would be 1013. So if you're confident, and that was a loss, if you're confident in this chart, in this price, in this trend, which doesn't really look like a trend, guys, it's going sideways, then you can enter again. But I don't like this chart. Let's go ahead and switch it up. Here we go. Oh, this looks cool. I'm going to go ahead and buy here. So we had a clear channel on this side. It looks like it's came down, but it looks like it could be changing direction. Still not really ideal. It's not like blowing me away like, wow, this is an incredible setup. Absolutely not. This is just pretty basic. It's came back to touch that middle line on the Keltner channel. I went ahead and entered. How are we doing here? So we've got 2 losses so far. The payout is down at 85%, and we're trading around 85% over here. So that works. Let's just say it is a loss, or it could be, but let's just say it was. The next trade amount would be 1929, right? So we have another opportunity if this one doesn't work out. Now we've got 1 minute left. It looks like we could have got away with just 1 minute. On both of those trades, I want you guys to check this out. So I have it on 2-minute expiry. I probably would have won the last trade if it was on a 1-minute expiry. So I think 2 minutes, the price is moving too fast for 2 minutes. So I'll probably just switch this back down to 1 minute because it's been moving pretty good. And this is when I talk about not switching the strategy all the time, or what they call strategy hopping, is to just stick with one strategy. But the longer you do that one strategy, the better you get at it. And you'll find that maybe a 30-second expiry works better. Maybe a 1-minute expiry or 2-minute, or even some guys do 10 minutes, right? Like I always say, you can get up and go make a sandwich, go make a burrito, and then come back and finish the trade. You can do that as well. So let's come back over here. We mark this as a win because we've won that, but we must win 2 out of 11 and to complete this trading session. So we've got 1 more to win, and that's going to be $5.10. So the next trade amount is $5.10. So it's now lower than it was before. Look at that. So $5.10, much lower. All right, I've got this set on 1 minute. And now let's browse around here, see something that jumps out. How's this doing? This is that interesting QAR CNY. So that's just hanging out. Well, we can keep that open. Actually, that was the USD SGT. This is the QAR right here that we were just on. But look at that nice rejection off of that middle line on the Keltner. Look at that. It just hit that 20 moving average. Boom, just rejected off of that and took off to the upside. So that's basically the strategy working right in front of your eyes. So it worked out, but you're not going to win every single trade, guys. You win every other trade, great. You have 2 or 3 losses in a row, very normal. That happens to everybody. So let's start up here at the very top. That looks like that could have been an entry right there, and I missed that. But we've got plenty more opportunities here. This is not great. I could enter there. If it goes up a little bit more, come on, give me a little bit more of a push. Push, push, push up a little bit more. But it's kind of risky, guys. It's not really a good setup. Not really liking it too much. Yep, this one looks, what are we at? NZD. Yeah, but it's not it's not a really good trend. It's just there's no trend. This is kind of going downward, but look at that. Those wicks. Okay, I think we just USD PHP. We may have missed this one, and we'll have to wait for that to come down. None of the charts are great today, guys, but I'm not going to redo the video. I'm not going to stop it. I'm just going to keep on going. Let's go ahead and get some trades in. Let's do that. I want to see if this comes down a little bit more. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Okay, I went ahead and entered. This is going to be a 1 minute expiry. If this is a loss, if it is, the next trade amount is 1110. So just in case I decide to go ahead and, recourse the trade and enter another one, I can do that, but I must make sure that I have the correct trade amount when I do that. So if it comes back down to touch that middle line, Keltner, could have another opportunity there to enter. So I have no idea what it's going to do here. It's very indecisive. But this is where it really gets a lot of fun. So if it goes against me really hard here, I might take another one. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be a loss, but we're coming down. And I'm going to set, let's do a 2 minute on this. Let's do a 2 minute. Just going by feel, going by intuition, however I feel about the trade. 92% payout, so that's good. And that's USD PHP, so let's go ahead and add that up here so we can see. Yeah, cool. Well, we'll see what happens. We're not in the clear, guys. That's a 2 minute time frame, or 2 minute expiry. So we've got another minute here. This could come back down and just whip us out. And so we're all waiting, right? And yeah. So the Trade Manager version 3, the new version is coming out, guys. I'm so excited about it. And a lot of you have asked me, oh, do I have to, if I get version 2, this is version 2, do I have to upgrade to version 3? And the answer is no. For everybody that has version 2, you get, all the upgrades and updates are free. Okay, so this totally flipped around on us. We got 12 seconds to go. And that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this as a loss already. We've got the next trade, which is 24.15. And this is just really kind of dogging it. I think we would have won that one. So it looks like 1 minute is where I should stay. And I should not mess with it anymore. Just put it at 1 minute expiry because I think we would have won that. Let's change the chart here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nice. Boom! Right there, right on that middle line on that Keltner on QARCNY. 1 minute. Let's go ahead and bang this out, guys. Let's get a win here and see what's going to happen. Looks like it's going down on the stochastic oscillator. Looks like it's overbought, so we could get a little bit of downward pressure. But maybe it'll bounce back up here in just a minute. We got about 33 seconds to go. You guys can really see the Trade Manager in action here. What's the payout, like 83? Yeah, 83%. Okay. So it's just been crazy today, guys. Look at this. Oh, it just dropped down to 78%, but I think I've already got it locked in at 83. So wow, another loss. So let's go back over here. Next trade amount is 52.57. And let's just choose a different chart probably. Or what I could do, I could enter again, but if this would really have to come down. But look at that, we just broke right through that. And I've got this on 1 minute expiry. I'm looking for some hesitation here. because here is a zone. Also, zones, support and resistance is also something to consider as well. Taking my chances here, guys. Coming down to the bottom line, close to the bottom of the Keltner channel. And I'm going to increase this to 2 minutes. Oh, what's going on here? All right. I had my trade limit set too late or too low, so right there. There it is. Let's do it. I'm going to bump this up a little bit to 100 bucks. We've got enough. We got enough cash. We still got money in the account, so we're good. We got plenty. Okay, so the price is responding to this area a little bit. It was there once before, not a really strong zone, and what I mean by that is I'll get the little rectangle tool and draw this out. And so right here, the price has been here before, so it's rejected off of this price before, so I kind of used that a little bit, but most of it was because we were really close to the bottom of this Keltner channel, so I went ahead and entered. And there we go. Let's just wait and play this out and see if we get a rejection here off the bottom. So I'm just kind of going through my thought process on how I enter the trades and why I'm entering. Because we're all the way down here at the bottom of the oscillator or the stochastic oscillator, so we could see a good bounce here. We're already oversold. We've had a huge dump. And so everything looks good. I mean, everything's lining up. I just need this to come up just a little bit more so we can cash this out. So once we see this blue line on the stochastic cross over, we can make those lines a little bit more visible by increasing the line width. So I want to see that blue line cross over the orange. We got about 20 more seconds to go, guys. It's going to be close. We might get that rejection at the bottom of that. Let's mark this as a loss and do 114.42. And I'm right there, the bottom of that Keltner channel. I'm going to go ahead and enter again. And waiting for that blue line to cross over the orange. So huge dump. Look at that. And let me just go ahead and try that one more time. There we go. And this is a 2-minute expiry. The bottom of the Keltner channel, at the very bottom, we crossed through the middle portion of the Keltner channel, lost that, and we're just going to keep on going. We still got some room left, guys. How are we doing on the trade manager? We've got the stop loss set to 20%. So we're not really close to our stop loss yet, which is around $800. Look at all these losses. I mean, just crazy. But can we still come out in profit? Can we still break even? And that's what we're doing today. So look at that. You've got that blue line crossing over the orange line on the stochastic oscillator. And of course, as soon as that happens, you can see that price start to jump up. Look at that. Nothing's guaranteed, guys. Let me zoom in here a little bit so you can see that. I want that blue line to be over that orange line. Just to give me just a little bit more assurance. Nothing's 100%, nothing's guaranteed, but that's just what I'm looking at in terms of, using these indicators. They are delayed. Everything is delayed, and all indicators are, and so nothing's right up to the last split second. I wish it was, but it's not. So everything is falling just a little bit behind, but we can still use them to gauge where the price could possibly go. We got about 24 more seconds to go. Yeah, this chart, I broke my rules. You can't break the rules unless you know what the rules are. I entered in 3 times on this chart, but it just looked right. So I went ahead and did it. And I'm really glad we have some losses too. So that way you guys can see the trade manager working in case you do find yourself in a situation where you do have multiple losses. This was a win. And let's go back to pocket options. So here we are. Now look at this payout. It dropped down to 77%. The payout percentage inside of the trade manager was 85%. So it wasn't low enough to cover the slippage. I think we had one that was closer to 80%, and all these are dropping. But we pretty much, that's near break even, and I'm happy with that. If you have a trading day or something where you become very frustrated, it's better to walk away at break even than to walk away with a huge loss. So I'm very happy with that. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses on this trading session, 2 wins with a strategy that I normally do not use that much. So I use a different strategy, but this is something else I wanted to share with you guys, another strategy that you can do. If you want something, if you have a little bit more patience, this is available. You can do the clear channel strategy. And if you guys want to get a hold of this trade manager, which will save you a lot of headache, it takes a lot of the guesswork out of trading, prevents you from over trading, and it allows you to make up for losses. Maybe you're trading better than I do. Maybe you have less losses, you have more wins, then that's great. But you only need to have, with the settings that I only need to have an 18% win rate or higher to come out and profit. That's it. Just 18%. And on average, across the board, most people that use pocket option are around 50%. Could be a little bit lower, 45%, between 45 and 50%. So, and my settings are a little risky. But the trade manager, along with all of our tools, is available over on the website. And I also have a link down below in the description of this video. We have a Telegram group, which is included. And this is a place where you can find cutting edge tools for binary options. These are specifically designed for options. And one of those, which is our flagship, of course, the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager. But we also have hours of exclusive video training, a lot of videos and strategies that I just don't share on my YouTube channel. And all of those are contained. We also have a members submission area over on the website, which means that we have many members inside of the group. And once they find a strategy that they feel like that works, and it's already proven, they're getting those consistent returns, they will make videos, or they have made videos and they have sent those videos to me, and I post those on the website so you guys can see them. We have a community now of over 1,200 members. We have ongoing member support. We're always there to answer any questions. So nobody is left alone. All the questions that you guys ask us, especially inside of the member support area, everything gets a response. And it's a positive environment as well. We have so many happy reviews. There are many traders that were never profitable until now. And we've got traders from all walks of life. They come into the group. They've been trading Forex. They've been trading futures, stocks, you name it. And they just really haven't seen the results. They haven't had this much fun in a long time. You don't have to wake up at a certain time every day or stay up all night to trade the London session. None of that stuff. Especially if you're working with OTC, you can trade after work, before work. You can trade at 3 o'clock in the morning. You can trade on the weekends. It doesn't matter when you trade. OTC is 24/7, right? And you can still make money and trade and be profitable with OTC. We've got many members that are sharing their results. These are not just one-off profits. or one-off wins. We have members that have documented their trades over weeks and over months and have compounded their accounts. And so, some people have said or have commented that these are only just quick wins or something like that. And that's simply not the case. We have members that have documented all of their wins. They have shared screenshots of their accounts showing long-term growth, just like this right here. Here's a screenshot. Just over the course of weeks and months, you can see the growth here. Look at that. I've got a few screenshots like this, by the way. Here's another one right here. So look at that. There's little dips, but you can see overall, it just keeps going up. Here's another one. Trade Manager is awesome. Thanks again. Look at that. So the results are here, guys, and I have many, many more that I will be posting on the website. You can trade anywhere. This is trading, so it's as long as you have an internet connection, you guys are good to go. Some traders use their phone. I recommend the desktop or laptop. You also get more features with the Trade Manager. So you're a little bit limited on your phone, but with a desktop or laptop, you guys get access and all the features with the spreadsheets open up. And I just think it's a lot easier. So if you trade that way, then great. But it's there. It's I would say, a very reasonable price, and it's affordable. And it's only a one-time fee. No subscriptions. You don't have to worry about that bill coming in every single month. Oh, here comes that bill again or whatever. No. And most of the members that join our group make the money back anyway within the first few days or the first week of trading. And actually, some of them have made it back in the first day. So because it's not that much. But it's a one-time fee and it is lifetime. A lot of you guys ask me, is it lifetime? Yes, it's lifetime. Really simple, guys. I've left a link below. There's no obligation. You guys can just go to the website and look at it. You do not have to buy anything. I want to be straight with you guys. Most people lose money. Most traders lose money. Trading anything. I mean, let's be honest here. If everybody won, there would be no market. But there is a way to have a better edge. And when you have that edge, and for me, an edge is not a strategy. A strategy can kind of be an edge a little bit. But really, it all comes down to the money management. How are you managing the funds inside of your account? And once you get the math in place, and if you have advanced algorithms, such as the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager, to do all of those mathematical calculations for you, wow, it just makes life so much easier. It really, really does. So that's available to you guys. If you want to check it out, we would love to have you a part of the group. And so it's a very highly caring and positive environment. But there you go. Try out the Clear Channel strategy. I think that's it for me today. We're going on almost an hour here. I wish you guys the best of success in whichever style of trading that you're doing. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching this video. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day. Take care.